Hey everybody, this is Blue, and let's have some fun today. Got my dragon tie on, and so it's going to be a good day. Anyway, last night it was brought to my attention that somebody made a video about pop culture witchcraft, and they did not have a full understanding of it because they were only looking at it at deity level and nothing else. And so we're going to help give a better picture of what pop culture witchcraft is. Now, I do not believe in pop culture paganism. Remember, I do separate my witchcraft from my paganism because paganism is a religious stance and witchcraft is a set of skills with a lot of lore to it. Okay? Pop culture can only be a paganism religion if we're talking about hardcore Wicca, because that is the time period for which it was created, was pop culture. So Wicca is pop culture paganism, and I don't do Wicca. Alright, so pop culture witchcraft is utilizing pop culture icons, symbolisms, music, movies, whatever it is, from the 1950s to the 2010s, and using it as a tool, a power source, a visualization for your magic. Okay, all pop culture are extension. They are tools. They are an extension of yourself. Do you need them? No. Do you need tools? No. But they are great things to have, because when you're first starting off on your magical path, you need tools to work as a focus, so when you are waving your hand around with your wand, it is acting as a focus point for your energy for you to build up and release. And so that's kinda, not always, but kind of what we're using pop culture for. They are focus points. They are batteries, because most pop culture, if you're going to use it, you have a connection to it. There is a feeling in it that just hits you right here and here. And so when you are trying to visualize your magic, your spell work, because you pop that particular image in your head or listen to it, however the case may be, you're getting just that little bit of extra energy to complete your work. Okay. My light ain't even actually flashing. It's when I move my hands, it changes the light balance and the computer does its thing. It's weird, I know. So anything, we can give anything a pop culture reference. A couple years ago, I got an old sledgehammer at a garage sale. It had a bad handle on it, but I needed a sledgehammer. And so I bought it for $1, and I went to the hardware store and I bought a new hickory handle, put the handle on it, cleaned it up a little bit, and my sledgehammer is called Grond. Lord of the Rings reference if you need to know. Grond was the mace of Morgoth, and so when I'm using my sledgehammer, obviously I'm wanting to move something, so I'm thinking, what's the most powerful name I can give it? Grond. Alright. Like I said, I'm in a good mood today. But individuals, creatures, groups, anything that is a bit of 70s, I'm going to sit on my hands here, 70s, 80s, 90s, and all that, whatever it is, it could be considered pop culture, and you can use it to energize an aspect of your life, or you can use it as a standard in your life. I had a friend that was wanting to honor the Green Lanterns, the Green Lantern Corps as a whole. Now, why would she do that? Because she needed willpower, she needed strength, and in good old comics lore, the Green Lanterns use willpower to create all their mental constructs. The stronger the willpower you have, the stronger your construct is. So she was using that piece of pop culture to give herself more strength. She even had bought herself a Green Lantern ring that she wears for spell work because it reminds her to be strong and willful, which is what we need to get our energies collected, shaped, and sent out. We can use our pop cultures to concepts to represent us in a group form, such as the Jedi. A lot of it, there is even a belief system, so I guess there's two belief systems that are pop culture religions, and that is also the Jedi. But that is a standard that we can use. We could build our own lightsabers if we want to. I have one, and it's like, gosh, I can't even think of his name. But anyway, it's purple. I even got a little metallic purple paint on there too, so it has a nice shine to it. But the Jedi, they have like a code, they have ethics, they have Jedi magic that they can use as well. So for people like me who believe in magic, we can kind of say that we are Jedi, or for some they say there's Sith. There is also the Grey Order of the Jedi, and so we could say that we are a great Jedi. We work with both light and dark to achieve our goals, and that is something that we can do, and it's an awesome concept. The way we dress is also can be important. Like I said about my friend who had the Green Lantern ring. You put a cloak on some of us, and all of a sudden we're very witchy. You know, we might be Jedi, might be Sith, but then again we could be could be Harry Potter and all that. But it's that little thing that gives us just that little bit of an edge, a little bit more power, and that is an aspect of pop culture. Music. Oh gosh, music is a major pop culture icon because that's how it's got its name. Back in the 50s, when pop music was starting to just become popular, that's why we call it pop culture, because of the music. So I mean, this just tells you how old I am. There is one song by Joe Bean Esposito, "You're the Best," from the Karate Kid soundtrack. I mean, you know, it's like, okay, I got to get work done. I got to get focused. I know I'm old. I still have the cassette, but I converted it to a playlist of music that I can listen to, and Joe Bean Esposito's "You're the Best" on it. And also "You're the Voice" by John Harnum is on there too. Two songs that I take personally to get stronger so I can achieve a goal. Yeah, I'm starting to ramble. So you see, pop culture is connecting to shared and soloed energies. What I mean by that is, now if you play Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon cards, yeah. My son is into Pokemon cards, so that's why I have them. But anyway, a card, such as this one right here, has a shared energy to it because there are thousands of people that have used a card very similar to this in their game. And I think this one's Swampert. No, it's Gold Duck. Okay. Anyway, there are thousands of people that know who Gold Duck is. And so, you know, they've visualized it in their heads and what Gold Duck is. And so I can share their energies when I am trying to manifest the powers of Gold Duck. In Yu-Gi-Oh! There are many, many spell cards and all that. And the same thing there. If I say the word Spelljammer and you played Yu-Gi-Oh! Before, you just even put that card in your head. You know what it looks like. You know what the card says because it's a shared energy. Now, I'm just going to show, I got them scanned off already. There's some beautiful programs out there that let you create your own Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon cards. I bet there's even some for Magic and all that. But you can also create unique Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic cards and use them too. Now you're going, but that's not pop culture. The medium is pop culture, but the imagery is used still. If you can create a sigil and use it, and you're the only one who has ever seen it, then you can also take a unique image that you know of. Maybe you drew it, maybe you found it on the computer, and you can make a unique Pokemon card, and you can thus then print it off, make it, and you can use it in your spell work, and thus, you know, do what you need to get done. The medium has changed, but the magic has stayed the same. Sometimes we have to have a map for a certain type of spell. We need a location. We need to know the person. So I can get on Google Maps, print a map out, let's just say Odessa, Missouri, and then I could get the picture of the person, put them together, and then I have what I need to direct a spell to a specific person, to a specific location. And Google Maps is pop culture. Okay, so, and you can get like a photo from YouTube, pop culture. So you do not have to use pop culture for deity worship. I, in my own personal opinion, am against that. A piece of paper like these is not something I want to put a god on. I was just thinking that is such a flimsy, weak, little piece of medium, and you're going to put a goddess on there. I think it would be kind of insulting if you go to Hecate and go, here's your Pokemon card, Hecate. Yeah, you might get your ass handed to you, in my personal opinion. But if you want to, you can, but I think you should make sure that card is treated very, very well. Don't toss it here, toss it there. Maybe keep them separate, and maybe like make sure that it's wrapped up in a nice velvet cloth and all that to show respect. Because in a way, creating a god card would be a way to build a relationship, because then you can take a god card like this one, like this card here. Say it's a god card, you can keep that on your altar as a personal link to that goddess. But don't have 10, 20 different goddess cards so you can go, oh no, today I need, and here's Bridget, and throw her on the altar. Don't do that. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, there are certain things that we should do and should not do. Treating gods and goddesses as disposable, usable things is not a smart thing to do. Okay? But like I said, you can use these cards also for another interesting thing. Gosh, I gotta find one of my favorite ones. Oh, there it is. I'll move it closer. Mamoswine. A mammoth Pokemon card. So, do you have a spirit animal? I bet there's a Pokemon of that animal. Okay? You could have a scorpion, an ant, a skunk, or whatever, and there's probably a Pokemon card for it. And so then you could, with your totem animal show respect or create a stronger connection by making a Pokemon of that particular animal. And that does not work just for animals. I mean, because here's one of my favorite Pokemons, Sandslash. But they also have entities, spirits, and all that, like Duskull. And so if you are trying to work with some more spiritual entities, ethereal, and that, you could have or design a Pokemon card put there to build a connection to your spirit animal. You can even use it to connect with your familiar, because they have like cats for Pokemons. You can create a black cat Pokemon to go with your black cat familiar, and you can create a stronger bond. And that's an idea that I had. So now I gotta do my closing statement. Yeah, this is what I was wanting to support. The idea that you can do more with various things around you. The last few videos I've been doing, I've been trying to tell people, hey, don't do anything stupid. Don't just try something asinine and without following some form of rules. As I stated, don't create God cards unless you do some really special loving care to them, because then you could be insulting entities, deities. In Pokemon, there are fairies. Okay, so you can use them to be honorable to fairies, but because they also represent fairies, you could curse them, but don't do it. Okay, show respect for other entities, because no matter how good you are, there's many of them and only one of you. So this is something for you to think about. Pop culture, witchcraft is about using items from pop culture as batteries, as extensions of yourselves, as tools to achieve your goal. You can use them to create entities, egregores, thought forms, to assist you, assist others, attack others, but that's another video. So please put your comments down below, because I think this is a very interesting topic, and we can possibly both learn something if you got a good question on all that. So everybody, please take care, be at peace.